people, this is Rosine Kambale aka Mama Rosa. If this is the first time you watch my video, please subscribe to my channel Rosine Kambale and activate the notification bell to not miss my other videos. We are here to care for you. Please stay tuned.
Today's story will demonstrate what we said in our second video on depression. I repeat, depression is complex. It does not always have a single cause, and often it is a combination of several factors that lead to the onset of symptoms of depression, including genetic predisposition, personality, stress level, and brain chemistry. Please listen.
For me to know what is this depression, I was at the age of 19. It was on the 25th of September 2008. It looks like I was already at risk of it because I stayed with my grandparents and they were having it. And right at night, I would see how they were going through, and it was like that. During my childbirth on the 25th of September 2008, they said I have what they call postpartum depression, but it was not though. On how I saw it, it wasn't, because it was already in me, and I wasn't ready to be a mother though. But I was dragged, and the moment I was dragged, a man had to sleep with me. I didn't know I was pregnant, and he already knew that I was pregnant, but I didn't know until I was 4 months pregnant. They called him to ask him. He did not deny. They asked me if he is the one. I said yes, but how did he got me pregnant? I never slept with him. And how did he got me pregnant? So, at that time, it was still eating me up. It was affecting me. I couldn't even have the chance to talk to someone to understand what I was going through. I cried, but no one heard my cry, not even one person who wanted to investigate the story. I was forced to stay with him. So, I was putting it now in my mind that, so even my grandparents, the way they were staying with me, they didn't want to stay with us. That's why they were always quarreling, fighting, until my grandmother sometimes she collapsed. What was the problem? They were not open to tell us what exactly was going on, because I used to stay with my grandparents and me and my young brother. So the moment I got pregnant, I stayed with him. My mother said, "There's nothing I can do also, my child. If everyone is against you," and you heard them, that my mother have no right to say anything because she was just like a daughter-in-law. So, in that time, I was still staying with my grandparents, even though my parents were alive. See, the depression is growing in me. I could not feel the love of my own parents. Even now they are still there. I didn't feel the love of my father. I didn't feel the love of my mother, but all of them, they are there. My mother would stand with me, but I wanted that love, that bond to say, okay, my parents, they are alive. They can give me love. They will protect me to what is going through in my life. They will support me, take me as their child, but it didn't happen that way. And then my parents separated when I was in grade 5. It was primary level though. It was eating me up. And at that young age at 19, all these things were coming. Now my parents, they are not staying together. I'm now pregnant, and I have no one who showed me love. No one ever loved me. So how am I going to survive? How am I going to know? Who is there to advise me that life is like this, you're going to be like this? No one was there to tell me all this. So it was just eating me up, and each and every day, but I had no one to talk to. My both parents, they are all alive, but I never got the love of the father and mother together. It was a question for myself every day without any answer. When I was 9 months due to give birth, went in hospital, I had nothing for my child to wear. It was all at my auntie's place. I asked him to go and fetch, but when he reached there, my aunt told him that I don't think he will hold that child. He never responded to the aunt. He just came back. And when he reached to me, he just came. I asked him, where's my baby's clothes? He said, your auntie said this, and that. I just collapsed. I never talk. I never say anything. For 3 days. I never saw my child. For 3 days. My mother came after 3 days. I don't know what they talk, how they communicated. My mother told me, they said your blood pressure was high, that's why you collapsed. But it wasn't the truth. Even until now, my mother doesn't know how I went through with what my auntie told me. When my mother came, she had I was in hospital. She changed her, bought everything for my child, started to buy all new things. But I had my own stuff which my mother was buying for me. And the only thing my auntie told my mother is that she was not prepared, her things were not packed. And my mother was like, why? Because I'm the one who was telling her to pack her stuff. They lied about it. I never healed. And all this thing was in my mind. I never get a chance to sit down and talk to my mother about it. But anyway, it's like that. And that same day when I gave birth, before going to labor, there's a person who came and held my shoulder, which I don't know until now. The person was wearing all white, and the person just said, hello, it's your time to give birth.
Thank you, beloved, for sharing your experience with us. I care for you and I value you. For all of us, we must remember that there is not just one reason that leads to depression, but many factors can lead to depression. Depression is treatable. If you are not feeling well, please seek help. For those who are not struggling, let's support those who are suffering. Together, let's fight the stigma related to mental health. Let's fight the stigma related to depression. We can if we agree together to fight it. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, which is Rosine Kambale. And don't forget to activate the notification bell so you don't miss our other videos. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for liking the video, for sharing and commenting. God bless you. Bye-bye.